Welcome back to Finn vs. History. I'm here with Horatio Gould.
Hiya.
And our guest, Geoffrey Asmus.
Hello.
The ass master.
The ass master.
Geoffrey Ass-to-Mouth. I was called that a lot in high school. Yeah, Asperger.
So normally when our guests wear a suit, we had Tom Gilby who looked like he suited a suit. We have a lot of people who wear a suit that looks like they're doing a court appearance.
Yeah.
Jeff, I feel it's more traveling salesman. Is that?
I'd say
I haven't been able to afford one that fits quite. I haven't sold enough
I'd
globes.
say
Sleeping in the car?
You've been picked up off the streets and put in a suit to stop being a bum and get a job.
You're gonna get a job.
Yeah,
You're gonna get a job.
You're gonna go and get a job, and it's not worked.
This is the nicest I've looked in a long time.
I just stand behind him and do his tie up because I went to private school.
Yeah.
I went to private school in America. We don't do the tie.
Yeah, well,
you guys are
private school in America.
It's not really private school. It's not private school, is it?
Yeah, right.
You're not playing Soggy Biscuit, are you?
Exactly.
Do you even know what
Soggy
that is?
I don't even know what that
Exactly.
is. Is that a game?
Do you want to explain what Soggy Biscuit is?
That's
Soggy
your idea
Biscuit-
of a fun game. Soggy
it's
Biscuit.
not-
we
not
invented
a
a lot of
fun
sports,
game.
and one of them was Soggy Biscuit.
It's a way of life.
Right.
What do you do?
You get a sort of very robust British
Probably
biscuit,
digestive.
Okay.
and you all masturbate onto it.
Wank
and
race.
And the person who wanks, who comes last, has to eat. That's British. That's proper.
Is that more theoretical, or you actually did that?
It's a practical test and a theory
Yeah,
test.
exactly.
Much like driving.
We invented football, and then the French codified. I think the French are trying to codify
Soggy Biscuit.
They're trying to make it into fédération. It's like you don't understand the real.
No,
They're doing it on like a baguette, like a nice bread.
It's like you don't get it. It's
It's one of the 5 sauces or whatever.
it
the
will
mother
lose
sauces.
something if it becomes a professional.
It's played by amateur gentlemen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we might have to bring that to across the pond to America.
Soggy graham cracker.
Soggy potato
muffin.
chip.
Breakfast muffin.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, you're a brilliant comedian who's been popping up
Fantastic.
on my reels quite a lot, and
I hate stand up.
Yeah.
Your stuff's
I hate
brilliant.
it too. Well,
Yeah,
can't
it's
stand the
awful.
stuff. But we thought you'd be good to get in on this on the CIA because you have a. We were saying before this is a topic for the guys who wear female body inspector t-shirts.
Yes.
And you strike me as someone who at least owned one
In my early 20s, I wore like the shirts like I am fluent in sarcasm, like shirts like that.
Yeah.
Chairman, the Communist Party with Chairman Mao as a lampshade on his head.
Right,
Yeah,
a walking smirk.
Yeah, exactly. Look how clever my shirt is.
Yeah.
You think my shirt's clever? You might want to talk to me.
Yeah. Did that work?
Yeah, no, never. No, Virgin.
Just let
you
your
25.
Yeah. Oh, really? 25.
Yeah,
Nice.
25.
Wow.
Yeah.
25 not out.
Fucking hell. 25 not out is strong, actually. For this room, that's quite an innings. 25 not
pretty
out.
decent.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Virgin, and then you get your rail card revoked. That's a big year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your what card revoked?
Young person's
sorry,
rail
this is
card.
a-
Sorry, it's very British
We,
reference.
really Soggy Biscuit, young person's rail card.
learning.
We're not used to having foreign guests on the show.
American guys. I don't think you get a Virgin rail card. You should do. Our listeners would do very well.
Is this our
with that.
first a Yankee Doodle Dandy on the show?
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, we had James McCann, but he's based in America.
he's
But he's
Yeah, he's
Australian.
not
Well, he's
American.
Australian.
Yeah, but he's based in America, isn't he?
All right.
Yeah, but we don't count that.
Yeah.
No,
We're
of
kind of
course
trying
not.
to get rid of people like that right now.
course.
So
Yeah, you are a first Yank, actually. Yeah.
wow.
But you're the sense I get from your reels is that politically you're kind of to the left of Bernie Sanders.
Yes,
Which over
Bernie
here-
doesn't take it too far.
Which over here would put you sort of just George Osborne.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you'd be like a soft Tory over here.
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
how
Right, yeah,
that's how
America's-
right wing America is compared
is that
to
what you guys think of us? I mean, you're right. You're correct. But
Well,
you-
no,
we're-
America is crazy, but then you'll have a pocket in Brooklyn
Yeah.
that is counteracts that.
the dirtiest bottoms in all time.
Oh yeah. We get like an anarchist commune.
Yeah,
in Brooklyn,
exactly,
but-
yeah.
exactly. Well, you guys don't really believe in God here anymore.
No, we're godless.
No,
because you
That went
saw
along.
a war and
Yeah.
you're like, there's no God.
Yeah, but
War never came to America.
it's coming back with the sort of protein biohacking male podcast spheres. I think.
they're religious, like Andrew Tate and all
I
that.
think there's Christianity's coming back because it's like you can't believe in nothing forever. You have to, and
Yeah.
nothing better's come along. So
Well, it's like we
Yeah.
were in Berlin recently and we saw
Yeah.
a lot of people who had been believing in nothing until they were 50 and then they just got very sad very quickly.
yeah,
because they've
Berlin in your
just been
20s is
part-
cool. Berlin approaching 40.
You can't go to a sex dungeon in your 40s.
Well,
anymore.
it's what we
Yeah.
were saying. It was like, and we even felt it in the, because the first time I went was in 2016 Berlin, where it was just like everyone was so gassed to be there. We've just been.
I wouldn't say gas to be.
Yeah,
I think that's
sorry.
quite.
No,
that's- I wouldn't say that.
Sorry.
They were excited.
Yeah.
They were really Zyklon beads to be there.
But we were saying that there's a bit of confidence has gone.
Yes,
the leather spiky choker has been worn with a tiny bit more kind of. Is this?
They got a crucifix necklace on.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit
underneath,
like they're wearing the leather nappy and they're like.
Is this who I am?
Is this even me anymore?
That's what I
Before
want
it's
to
like,
do.
fuck you, mum. This is who I am.
Yeah,
Right?
and then they're being walked on all fours by like, and they're wearing all leather with a dog collar, and they're like, oh, and then they
all
get
my
there,
friends
they go,
have kids.
I'm 47. Do you want to come to a barbecue? No, I'm fucking being walked to Berghain by my leather daddy.
Are you all right, mate?
Is there something going on under there? What's going on?
They
We're a
feel
big
tied
kink
up by life. They don't need to be tied up physically.
Exactly.
They feel tied up metaphorically.
We're a big kink shaming podcast. That's kind of our big
That's
thing.
good.
Anything other than missionary is disgusting.
And even missionary isn't great.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's best of a bad bunch, really.
I think something that the Orthodox Jews really got right. Many things they got right.
Right. Currently, yeah.
I know what you're going to say, and I'm back it 100%. I'm 100% behind what you're about to say.
You know how they have sex, right? It's through
Yeah.
a sheet, right?
Yeah.
Is that them too? The Mormons do that as well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You do have them over here? What's it called? Soaking.
Soaking.
Soaking, they put their penis in the woman and then they just let it lay there. They don't thrust and then they just pull it out because they're saying if we're not moving, it's not sex. And it just lays in there.
Soaking.
They let
But
it
that's so
soak
much
in
more
there.
That's
so much more.
Charlie, come on.
Charlie, get that off. Charlie, get that off.
Wikipedia.
I like. We
Yeah,
needed
Charlie,
a graphic
Charlie,
of this.
get
I
that
love
off.
it.
I think we didn't really need the image. Actually, I think it was fairly.
We know exactly. He described it
I
perfectly.
just still don't really get
Even
it.
for the image, the penis is small. They
Charlie's
can
more-
look at a big pin. It's an imaginary image.
This is a British podcast, Geoffrey.
Right.
We've all got small dicks.
Soaking.
You guys don't
soaking.
have Mormons yet. Oh,
Well,
they're big.
I remember I have a vivid memory of being on a school bus and having a very, very big argument with someone who was like, no, you have to push your penis in and out. And I was like, no, you don't. That's stupid. You just put it in and it's that's sex.
How
so I
old
was
were you?
pro-soaking.
You were
age,
Mormon.
Age 10,
a
I was
young
pro-soaking.
Mormon. Wow. A lot less work.
Because I was like, this is fucking, who does this? This is stupid. You just put it in and that's it.
Yeah.
But
So what's the
to
Orthodox
be
Jew
fair,
thing? Is it through a...
I do think this is somewhat of an urban myth.
Right.
At
The
least
sheet thing?
Ari Shafir said it wasn't actually what's going on. But,
but he would say that, wouldn't he?
So
exactly how
They're
they
always
stop you.
lying.
Yeah.
Anyway, next.
supposedly you have a hole for your. It's like a cloth glory hole over your wife.
It's so weird how they think they can trick God all the time.
Yeah.
Jewish
Yeah.
people are always trying to trick
Don't
God.
patronise the big man. Is
Yeah.
what
In
I'm saying.
Brooklyn, they have like these
Not just God they're trying to
wires
trick,
between
but-
buildings.
Yeah.
And so then,
yeah,
then
the-
they claim they're still in the building so they can walk outside on Sabbath because the buildings are connected. Like,
Yeah.
if you think you can trick God by that, why would you
Yeah,
believe in
he's
him?
super smart.
He's just like an idiot God. Ooh, I don't know what's going on. Oh. It's
Drop
like-
the shoulder. It's nice.
Yeah, he has no object permanence. God doesn't know anything.
Omnipotent, omniscient.
He is
No
old
depth
as
perception
fuck,
at
though,
all.
No depth
to be fair to
perception.
him. He's been around for
So
ages.
this episode, we've done an episode on the early origins of the CIA.
Yeah.
We got you in to talk about the CIA under Alan Dulles,
Yeah.
which is really where all the mad shit
Yes.
happens.
That's where
So where-
America begins.
Can we recap? Where is Dulles from? Whereabouts is he from? What's his
his-
early
He's
life?
like New England guy. I don't know.
Boston,
he-
but they're all Yale. The early CIA are all like.
Is he a
Yale,
American.
Princeton
Is he
guys.
a waspy guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Classic
He's
wasp.
my guy. He's
Where
my
was
guy.
he? Oh, he's from Watertown, New York. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's from like way northern New York. Yeah,
Right.
his dad.
So this is
lived-
like beyond Hudson.
yeah, it's like on like the St. Lawrence River, I think.
So
Right.
he's
Yeah.
he would just have like it's just all white. It's just British, English, Welsh, Scots kind of background.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he's
We're
my
not
guy.
letting an Italian at the helm of the CIA. Come on, we got a country to run.
It'd be
here.
disaster. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
absolute disaster.
They can't run their own country. We're not going to let them in ours.
Yeah,
Precisely.
you're really speaking the values of the podcast.
It's great to get differing voices on, isn't it? Who are just saying what,
Everyone's anti-Italian.
We're very
Yeah,
anti-Italian. on
it's
this
great to have
podcast.
someone just saying what we're saying in a different accent.
Yeah.
It just means the whole
Co-sign
diversity.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It shows that you're right. Yeah, exactly.
So Dulles. So what I suppose is there an opinion in America about this particular? I mean, people obviously.
I mean, in America, no one has an opinion on history because America is the dumbest country of all time.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of
I guess
course.
amongst maybe the people who read, who are allowed to read still.
Yeah.
I think people in school, like I thought he was a good guy. Like when you learn, you don't really learn negative things about America in school. So
Right.
you kind of had to go beyond. If
9/11
you're gonna-
comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
what?
Sucker punch.
Pearl Harbor, they're like, why did they not like us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It does. That is how, I mean, I remember as a kid, 9/11. Yeah, everyone's like, we've been so nice to them.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Why would they do that to us? But now, I mean, I read The Devil's Chessboard, great book. And
What's that about?
About
Oh,
it's
is it the
mostly
Dulles
about
one?
him and
Right.
the more about the CIA, but
I think that's what I call having sex with my wife, Doggy.
The devil's
Playing the devil's
You've been
chessboard.
at the devil's chessboard again, have you, Ethan?
Knight to
Stinkerton.
E5. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Every thrust, I just clock the timer. Log the timer. Sex chess has got to be a thing. Boxing chess is a thing. That's what a lot of the Tate lot are doing. Boxing
Yeah,
chess.
so
You
sex
play-
chess.
Boxing chess.
You play a round of boxing, then you go back to a chessboard,
Oh
and it's
my
about
God.
the ultimate physical, mental
When
injury.
I
Those
played
guys
the
with
devil's-
CTE just trying. What does a knight do again?
Yeah,
They have
exactly.
no idea. Incredible.
So
you guys did make Andrew Tate, so we're not as
Yeah,
bad.
he's
You guys
a
created-
patriot.
Yeah.
He's going to try and run
to
for
be fair,
government.
you gave him safe haven. To be fair, so let's
True,
not.
we
yeah.
did.
We wouldn't
did.
house him.
So, but we're talking about the CIA under Alan Dulles, who is the longest ever serving director of intelligence. And he's a pretty fucking wild guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, supposedly he has over 100 mistresses.
Yeah, he really
Really?
went around. Yeah,
Yeah?
Loved it.
His wife and his main mistress became like best friends. They
Well, that's
hung
the
out all
dream.
the
That's the
time.
dream,
yeah.
isn't it? That's
and
the
they
dream.
kind of got
He's a criminal
along.
mastermind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. That part of him is
And
cool.
was that just through sheer repetition of like the living in each other's houses? Like what? Like what?
I think his wife was like, I have to be friends with the lady you fuck more than me. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of an inheritance or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, she kind of.
She's
put
always
up with-
around. I have no one else to speak to.
Yeah,
I might as
exactly.
well.
This is just
Yeah.
why the 50s really.
Yeah. Well, the 50s, you could get away with so much stuff.
I know.
When it's-
Cheating in the 50s must have been so easy.
Well,
Yeah, no one would ever catch you.
No.
no.
You
And it
could
was-
be having sex with a woman 10 doors down, and you were like, "There's 10 people in between me and her. We're safe.
They'll never
Absolutely
catch
safe.
us."
They'll never catch us."
they never. But she knew. His wife knew, and she didn't really care. I
Yeah,
guess.
even if they know. Yeah.
So he had this famous quote: "A man prepared to lie, cheat, and steal in order to keep what he holds close to his chest and to acquire every tool possible to defend those secrets." I
Right.
guess that makes sense as to why if you have 100 mistresses
Yeah.
to keep your wife,
You got to defend those secrets.
you
Right.
have to defend your wife
Yeah.
by fucking hundreds of other people.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
a man ready to run the CIA right there.
Yeah.
He fucking loves a coup.
Yes.
This guy
Yeah.
loves
Loves a
it.
coup.
And when he comes to power, I think, or this Truman is still in power, and Truman's not. He's a bit of a weaker American
He loves a kill on
president.
his chest.
He
He was a
loves
little liberal.
Yeah.
He would like have dinner with a black person at the end of the table. And
Okay,
Dulles
extremist.
didn't
He's,
like
he's,
that.
woke, he's woke nonsense.
His
right?
woke nonsense, exactly.
Yeah. But then Eisenhower comes in
Yes.
52, is it?
52, yeah.
And Ike, what's the famous saying about the Ike election? We like Ike.
We
Is that-
like Ike,
Yeah.
yes.
It's
Americans love a simple rhyme.
Yeah.
We'll vote for that.
We like
we like
Ike.
Ike. We like Ike. He's
So-
the guy at D-Day.
So he's the guy who does D-Day. He's the big World War II hero. He
Yeah.
comes in as president, and immediately he's like, "Yeah, let's fuck everyone up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go again."
I think we
Done it.
teamed up with you on the first one. The
Well, you're
UK.
trying to work out. It was the Spotify 10-second fade
Yeah.
between
between songs.
MI6
between-
into CIA.
Yeah.
MI6 because we were just kind of
You guys were fading at this
Fading
point.
out,
We're coming
so-
back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the first one, which we did a series on the Iranian Revolution, but we'll touch on it again, is Operation Ajax.
yeah.
And this is where the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, British Petroleum,
Yeah.
as they now are.
Oh, is that what it changed to? Oh,
Yeah.
Aramco to Britain. Oh,
Yeah, they this extremist comes to power
Yeah.
in Iran, is
Radical.
elected democratically,
Yeah.
Mohammed Mossadegh, and he announces plans to nationalize the oil industry.
Democracy is a failed experiment.
Yeah, it's not right
These
for every
Iranians
country.
wanted their own money. These fucking scum. They
Yeah.
wanted to get money
To
off
be
their
fair
own
to
oil.
us, we found the oil and we knew how to use all the machines.
They would have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
These
And-
Iranians,
and they don't. They still don't.
They still don't know
They're
what
still
to
like,
do with
what
it.
is this
They're
black stuff?
drinking it. They're putting it in their tea. They don't know.
What is this liquid you're putting in your cars? I don't understand. They nationalised the oil industry, or he says he's going to, and immediately the Brits are like, no.
Yeah. Well, we're on our knees post World War II. Churchill's come back in.
No.
We've got.
Oh yeah, he came back for
He
one
came
term.
back.
That's right.
We've had cut Clement Attlee, so we're like, get the alpha dog back in.
Yeah.
And he's immediately like, obviously we're not going to lose like some of the only money we're making at the
Yeah.
moment.
And then I think our guy Kermit Roosevelt,
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt's grandson.
Yeah.
He probably is trying to go like get out of that rep his whole life.
Right,
He's got to
yeah.
be like a tough coup guy.
Yeah,
'Cause His
yeah.
name's Kermit.
Yeah, so they orchestrate a coup to. I mean, the CIA at this point. This is the first covert operation, and Dulles is all about covert. We're operating in the shadows.
Right.
We're not doing a big war
Right.
again. I
And they like do it, then
will.
they admit it 20 years later. That's
Yeah.
the classic
But you guys do have
CIA.
an amazing thing with secrets. The thing about American history, part of it is you can get most of it. It's like all of this stuff gets declassified.
It gets declassified. That's
We've
what-
got
yeah.
a Secrets Act.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys don't declassify here?
We had to log in to watch porn now.
Yeah,
I
you
saw
heard about
that.
this?
I
Starmer's
saw that.
Britain.
That's
Did you? That's funny. You've only been here a day.
Yeah. I found out about it pretty quickly, actually. I didn't know.
On the airplane.
Yeah.
What's this? Yeah.
Foreigners can't access porn, I guess.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Right.
I was there, dick in hand, trying to put my ID in. Didn't work.
That's humiliating. Yeah,
Had to
but you actually
soak.
have to send photos.
Do you?
We
Yeah.
had to send a photo.
Charlie.
You have to
Charlie-
send a cum shot.
Yeah.
You have to send your
What do
face.
you have to do to get access to porn now?
You have to put your bank details in and
Your bank details?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
but
just to like
sort code, account number. You have to basically use your bank app
to verify your
So
age.
if you're in the
But
kind
it's
of
free.
it's free, but it just means that you're an adult, definitely.
Yeah, it's not going to.
But it just puts a
road.
roadblock when you're just like sweating with a boner. You have to like get your card out and like
That's so funny.
Humiliating.
it's horrible.
Why? But why? You guys aren't religious at all. Why did you do that?
Charlie actually needs help to get a bank account. So he's been verified
This
by
is helping
Pornhub
him,
that he's a
yeah.
legitimate adult to get a bank
Yeah,
account.
the representative of Pornhub says we've worked with this guy for
Yeah,
many
yeah.
years.
He
We
must
trust
be an
him.
adult. He's been watching for 20 years. He has to be an adult
This
by
guy does
now.
exist. He should have a bank account. Yeah. So Charlie's actually got on the housing ladder because of Pornhub. So it's kind of the other way around for him. Where
Turned your life
in
around.
in order to get like properly certified with a passport is because he was wanking so much.
I have found it's been quite helpful. Like there's been two comes that I've not had.
Charles, why say it like that? Why say it horny?
Yeah, somehow that was disgusting.
two-
I don't know
two
why.
comes.
Two comes. Ooh.
Two comes.
Two comes I haven't had because of this.
Oh, yeah, it
Two
was just too
comes
much of
I
a
haven't
hassle.
had.
It was too much of a
Think
hassle.
all
You
that-
gave
so
up.
I
Some
just
all
kind
the
of-
comes I never had.
I gave up. Yeah.
You just have to go use your mind.
Yeah, I didn't even bother.
So Eisenhower's like, I'm all in. Let's fuck shit up. Eisenhower apparently has to be talked down from sending some nuclear bombs into
In
Korea.
Korea, yeah. He wanted to nuke Korea, yeah.
And wouldn't you say Eisenhower, as far as US presidents go, he gets pretty easy ride? 50 seems like a pretty
It's the
unbumpy
happy,
type.
that's what we're going. That's
yeah.
what Make America Great Again. They
Yeah,
want
we
to go,
go back
to
to the
that
50s.
time. Yeah.
But Eisenhower doesn't get much heat for his foreign
really.
policy. He's not really a controversial
Well, a lot
president.
of lefty people like him because in his farewell address, he did like the anti-military
military-industrial
complex.
complex.
So
Did
people
he
kind of
coin
like
that?
that.
Did he coin that phrase?
Yeah, right when he was going out, he's like, by the way, there's this secret cabal that's kind of running our country and we got to dismantle it. But then
Right.
he was also the guy who made it. So it's
Yeah, it's very
it
easy
really
to say when
means nothing.
you're leaving the cabal. It's
Yeah.
very easy to just call them out.
And
Right.
let's define what the military-industrial complex is, because it's thrown around a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Pass the
How
bong.
deep does this thing go?
Pass the big green dragon bong.
What is the definition of the military-industrial complex? What do you think it is?
It's
I've heard it a lot.
Do they say it in Britain too?
Yeah, we all. Yeah,
we have the paedophile industrial complex.
We've
They're
closely related, though.
paedophilia.
They're closely
need
related.
the British people need paedophiles being reported on at all times in order to like feel like they're moving forward.
Yeah.
and so we have to find them. We have to accuse
You
anyone
guys
in the
get a
public
lot
eye.
of pedophile. You got Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Who is that
No,
radio guy?
It's a
you got?
cultural thing.
It's
you
a
wouldn't understand it.
paedophile industrial complex.
Yeah.
It's if there hasn't been one in the news for a while, someone has to get accused. So
There
that we
needs to
then
be
feel
a
like
nonce who's being tried at any one time, or else the whole country collapses.
basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
So the
right.
military-industrial complex. This describes a close relationship between a country's armed forces, the defense industry that supplies them, and the political and economic actors who benefit from the relationship. So the idea is that you're growing an area of the economy in order to like provide.
Based on war. It's
Yeah,
like if you're
based
not
on
at
war.
war, your economy will kind of collapse.
Right,
'Cause,
right.
like Lockheed Martin, Boeing,
Yeah.
Raytheon in America, they
Yeah.
basically control politics.
Yeah.
They like spend millions of dollars bribing the politicians to constantly raise the military budget.
And if
all
you
that.
always sound like you've just done 12 hours on YouTube watching conspiracy videos.
Here's the
or-
thing. I was at Oasis yesterday. I don't always sound like this.
Right, okay,
This is-
fine.
I was enjoying some
'Cause
British art.
this
Sorry.
is
the one time I'll enjoy British art the rest of my life.
No, but this is perfect for this episode. I just wanted to set the
Yeah.
scene.
I do sound like I've been smoking cigars for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But the funny thing about this era, as much as it is very weed smoky, it's not this QAnon thing like the lizards are running. It's stuff that happened. Do you know
Yes.
what I mean?
It's
all
in the open. It's not like
it's the
secret, yeah.
I think the conspiracy theories of this era, we now know what actually happened, and they're not really conspiracy theories.
No.
They just happened.
Well, that's what always happens. They deny it, and then 20 years later, they're like, "Oh, well, actually, here's a document.
Yeah.
Whoopsie, we did
Yeah.
do it. We did invade Iran."
But now
or
the
whatever.
conspiracy theories, it feels like the left wing and right wing conspiracy theories are like, I feel the CIA started a coup in Chile because they admitted it, right? And
Yeah.
then right wing conspiracy theories are like, frogs are turning everyone gay.
Yeah,
Do you
there's
know
a
what I mean?
pedo network in this pizza place, and we're going to shoot.
Two different forms of conspiracy theory. I don't know what your issue is.
Jews are lizards.
Yeah.
It's all mad.
Yeah.
It's all of it's mad. No one's come out and said the Jews are lizards yet officially. That's what we're waiting for.
20 years later,
When the papers are released,
declassified.
they're born out of eggs, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
When the Prodigals of Zion 2 or whatever, isn't that the Elder Scrolls of, what's it called?
Prodigals of Zion.
Is it Prodigals of Zion? Isn't that that's like the main Jewish conspiracy document?
We might be an
Or
anti-Semite.
Crash Bandicoot.
That's
also.
Crash Bandicoot, Charlie. Sorry, he can't see or hear.
Protocols of Zion. The Protocols of the Elders. It's a made-up text that Jews are plotting.
Right.
But they still think it's true.
But Alan Dulles finds out this is fake. That's
he
one of the
actually
first
tried to stop it.
Yeah.
He did a good thing. Yeah.
So this is one of the original anti-Semite conspiracy theories in the
20s, I think.
20s, right? And Alan
the
Dulles,
Russians made it.
Originally, it's been like 5,000 years of anti.
Yeah, I know. But
but this is the first one we had evidence. This one we're like, oh, we were right to hate them.
it's the first one that's not true.
Yeah.
But Alan Dulles actually proved that this was a fake or bollocks or something.
Yeah.
So
When then he told the government to admit it was a forgery, and they're like, no, we don't want to actually come out and say it's fake.
No.
Because we kind of like stoking the Jew hate a little bit.
too much power.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Eisenhower and Dulles team up for the first time in Iran, and it's a success. And they use Kermit Roosevelt to they get rid of Mossadegh by
basically pay like thousands of protesters to like fake that they hate him.
Yeah.
And
then they get the Shah in.
They get a flash mob.
Yeah, they do kind of big a flash mob. They're playing Bohemian Rhapsody in the streets of Tehran.
And he's like, enough, I hate this song. Why is it 7 minutes long? Mama. And then the Shah comes back from his holobobs finally and gets installed.
Yeah.
And this, because it's a success, they're basically like, well, let's just fucking do this.
yeah, this is like, they're like
everywhere.
celebrating. Yeah, they're like,
They nailed it.
They nailed it.
short-term.
Yeah.
Yes,
then
it's a short-term success.
Well, then it caused the Iranian
It caused
Revolution.
everything.
Yeah.
To be fair to Iran, I just want to say it was ages ago.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's great Satan, little Satan. They're talking about, and fine. UK and US, bad. What we did there,
Wrong.
That was unfair. But you guys do need to get over it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like it was ages ago.
That doesn't
It was
mean the
50s.
Iranian Revolution was right.
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't have BP.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So, blah, blah, blah. Mossadegh is an extremist. He's dealt with. So what I now like about Dulles is that now there's a blueprint for a successful coup.
And he goes for it.
He's like, if anyone says they're like, we're neutral in the Cold War, kill them.
Kill him. They
And
just
He's doing masterclass videos of how to do a coup.
Yes. Exactly.
So Dulles is the guy that, the era that the CIA's brought into is like the start of the Cold War, is paranoid, all bets are off.
Yeah.
They've taken a bunch of, Dulles has been instrumental in taking Nazi scientists and all the unit
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah,
Was that
Unit
the one?
731, we were the really, really fruity Japanese guys,
yeah.
which we'll do a whole series on.
Right.
You heard about this?
No,
They were
no.
doing the same Mengele stuff in
Yeah,
Japan.
really? But
Yeah.
it's like on steroids. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Even more so.
naughty science. I'm a big fan of naughty science.
Yeah.
I'm an amateur phrenologist.
Human sushi sort of stuff.
Human sushi, to say the least of it. They're making
You're an
Calif-
amateur phrenologist? Is that
I'm an
what you
amateur
said?
phrenologist. Yeah.
What does my head shape
No, we
say
were
about
talking
me?
about. We
I need
discussed
some
we're going to
calipers
get.
to actually
need a
measure.
caliper. Okay.
We're actually going to start phrenologizing every. Is it? Can you phrenologize?
I think so.
Yeah, we're going to
phrenologize.
phrenologize all our guests because we're going to tell you what race you are
Yeah.
I would love to know.
and sexuality.
I'd
as well.
love to know what I can
and
say.
IQ as well. So
Yeah.
we'll get that.
Well, you unlock the race and it just tells you the rest, I think. That's,
Okay,
that's the point of it. That's the point of phrenology. One of the tenets of phrenology.
It's quite simple. It's route one.
Yeah. So the next, so the blueprint of the coup has worked, and then this is my favorite. It's
Yeah.
Guatemala in '54.
Guatemala, Arbenz or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
Guatemala. Now,
This is the fruit.
This is the fruit.
This is the fruit related to United Fruit Company.
Yeah.
So am I right in thinking that Dulles was on the board of the United Fruit Company?
He worked for like a consultant of them. Yeah.
So what does that even mean?
He like worked for a law firm that represented
Right,
them.
right,
sometimes.
So
right.
basically,
yeah.
there's this thing called the United Fruit Company, which is what I call gay pride.
Yes.
The
Come
LGBTQ community.
It's good stuff.
The LGBTQ community, the United Fruit Company.
The gay agenda.
They own something like 52% of Guatemala's land to grow bananas on.
Right.
Because they're gay.
They're all just sucking on them down
and
there.
26%, I think, is like not being used at all. So the company owns half of Guatemalan
And like
agricultural land.
everyone in Guatemala is dirt poor. And
Yeah.
Arbenz is like, maybe we'll give them that land.
So he's a
It's not
democratic.
even good land. It's like pretty mid land.
Yeah, it's land you
like-
can't grow a banana on.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
not land worth living on, in my opinion. And Arbenz is democratically elected. So I think Guatemala had a kind of right leaning.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but
Military
before
coup
that,
beforehand. And then, but this is where it's here. Is it here or Honduras where we get the term Banana Republic?
It's here, I think, right?
I think it's a lot of them. I think we did pretty much every
it's Banana
one.
Republic,
I think
yes.
the Banana Republic was before this, I think.
Have you
but
been to Guatemala?
I have not been. My aunt lives in Costa Rica, but no, I've never
That's
been.
Malala, not
That is
Guatemala.
Malala.
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Right.
What's even the joke there?
No.
I don't know.
What?
Just wondered if she's ever been, because then it'd be Malala in Guatemala.
Guatemala eating bananas in Guatemala.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, not amazing.
For someone who can't see or hear, he's doing pretty well.
Right.
What is a banana republic? Is that it gets thrown around? Another term that gets thrown around a lot.
Basically, that like a company kind of controls a company, but our country.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Banana Republic, the clothing store here?
Yeah.
That's a big thing in America.
I just saw you doing
my God.
doing the Russell Crowe beautiful mind thing.
It all makes sense.
We have
Yeah, I
like
think
it's
there's
in
one
like
on Oxford
malls
Street.
in America.
Yeah.
They sell like kind of trend. It's not that big anymore, but it was big like 20 years ago.
So anyway, a Banana Republic is a country where essentially its politics is entirely at the mercy of foreign companies that control it.
But it doesn't have to be bananas. It could be
Does
donuts.
not, but
No, but it's so
it was mostly bananas in
it's
Central
so
America.
funny that like a civil war is provoked because the Americans are like, no, those are our bananas.
Bananas.
It's basically America's banana allotment. And
No
they
one in
need-
America eats fruit. I
Yeah.
don't even know what we're fighting for.
Yeah,
That's
it's up
what
their
that's,
arse.
well, yeah, they're shoving it up their arse, but they need a backyard to grow their bananas in.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
democratic socialist, so like Tony Blair levels of centrism.
Right.
Jacob Arbenz is elected as president in 1951, and the American companies, United Fruit, are incredibly worried by this because they're thinking this nutcase is going to take all the banana land. So they own 42% of the land, the United Fruit Company.
Right.
And Arbenz begins to nationalise, redistribute it to the peasants, and Arbenz, it's not land seizure.
He's
He
a
like
he's a
gave
criminal.
them money. Yeah.
He gives money to the United Fruit Company based off like what it's worth, the tax revenue.
Yeah.
And so he offers $1.2 million, which obviously in 54 is a lot.
Loads.
Yeah.
And the United Fruit Company go, we need 16 million. I don't know where they're
That
getting
they
that number
said
from.
16 million.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Arbenz goes, no. And then Dulles goes, right, I've got a playbook here. I've got a blueprint for this. So because Dulles, to be fair to him, is a member of the gay community. He served on the board of the United Fruit Company.
Right. And America, they need.
Well, you'd like to be a board member. You just don't want to be. Yeah.
non-executive control. So Dulles, this is all kind of stinks because he serves on the board.
Fucking stinks.
And his brother, yeah, man, this is real weird smoking.
It stinks
I
of
think his
corruption.
brother. Can you look up John Foster Dulles?
John Foster, yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
something to do? He's something to do.
Yeah, he's the leader of what the defense Secretary of State, I think.
Yeah, he's a big
Oh,
deal.
so he's in the government.
Yeah, he's like they're the main. Was he Secretary of State? Yeah.
So there is literally a conspiracy
of two brothers.
to keep America having cheap bananas.
Yes. Yeah.
And these are all waspy. These are all the whitest of the white America. This is back when it was a gentleman's
Well,
club.
these are people who are having bananas for breakfast. You can't take their banana breakfasts away.
Yeah.
These guys are eating muesli and need something to chop on top of it.
banana and brown toast.
Yeah. Which is a Protestant breakfast. They're
Yeah.
not eating, Catholic breakfast. In fact, I've said this
Fruit
before.
Loops.
In Sicily, they have granita, which is fucking ice cream for breakfast.
That's
Of course
Catholic shit.
Of course,
Yeah.
you're asleep by 11 a.m. You're fucked. You're eating literally like fruit flavored sugar for breakfast.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
America,
We're livid.
we do hate Catholics in America.
Yeah.
That is true.
What are you? You're
I'm a Catholic guy.
You're Germany.
I'm a Catholic, German Catholic.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Oh dear,
But
naughty,
we've only
naughty.
had 2 Catholic presidents, though. We really haven't done well.
Yeah.
So what? Your family go back to Asmus? Is that this is
It's
German?
Bavarian, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
where it all
patient-
began. That's where our hero.
Patient zero.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
German and
exactly.
Catholic, it's kind of like contradictory
But when
Vibes.
it meets, it's
it
naughty.
gets a good
It gets
thing.
really spicy.
Every once in a while they get it right.
Because you're falling asleep at 11 a.m, but then you're waking up immediately to go to work. Like it's a confused. Your body clock must be all over the place. German Catholic.
yeah.
Well, you're doing uppers and downers at the same time.
It's fucking coke and weed. It's crazy.
But you've got the anti-Semitism to keep you going.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the glue that binds the two
That's the
things.
energy, yes.
The United Fruit start this.
United
Still funny.
Fruits.
No, it's still funny.
I'll laugh 3 more times at that.
United Fruit, their public relations officer, who is married to Eisenhower's private secretary, makes a film called "Why the Kremlin Hates Bananas." So trying to turn it into a American capitalist.
They hate bananas.
So they then pay journalists to go and visit United Fruit Company's sites in Guatemala, so like service station toilets, and praise the company. And then they start dropping all these leaflets
So
about
looking through
Arbenz.
glory holes.
Yeah. So can you get a banana through here? Is that where they then call Arbenz a communist?
Sure.
And then, they set up a radio station in Nicaragua and in Florida called The Voice of Liberation.
Oh, that's like blasting propaganda.
Right.
A classic move.
Yeah, and they claim, so they're trying to trick people. People are so thick at this point, they don't realize that it's not Guatemala.
They just put a Guatemalan in Miami and he's just staying, and they're like, he must be from here.
Yeah, exactly.
He's clearly
People
one
don't
of
move.
us. Yeah.
So, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, Arbenz then gets to be fair to him, he then gets a bit paranoid. And so he announces
After billions of dollars have
No,
been
I think
poured
he's smoking
against
too
him.
much weed. He can't be right.
so he announces a 30-day suspension of liberties, and then that's basically exactly what the US
Because then
wants
they're
him.
like, we love democracy. We can't have
Yeah.
that.
we are
gotta come in.
freedom-loving banana eaters.
Yeah.
And this commie dirty bottom socialist is going to take our bananas away from us. So then they initiate Operation PB Success.
Really arrogant of them.
Yeah, an insane
They
time.
already knew.
What does
they
PB
already,
stand for?
Yeah, I
actually
don't
don't
know.
know.
Did it come up in your
Picking
read?
bananas.
I don't remember what PB stood for. Power bottom.
Power bottom
success.
success.
Power bottom success. Well, it's the revenge of the power bomb.
Stands for the Republic of Guatemala.
Does it?
That doesn't
I
make
don't think it does.
quite sense, huh? AI might be off on this one.
That might have been the code name they used.
Maybe they
Well, it's
call
tricked
it
us.
Yeah, yeah.
It has got us.
We have no idea what they're talking
We're
about.
fucking on the
And we're good. We know what United Fruit really means. We can see through this stuff. We've been up all night watching YouTube.
goes
deep
right
dive
up the ass.
It goes right up the goes all the way to the top.
of the arse.
Goes all the way to the duodenum. All the way.
So Arbenz basically gets driven out by CIA-backed forces.
Yeah.
And then this guy, Carlos Castillo Armas, took power. And 6 years later, a 36-year civil war ensues, killing over nearly 250,000 people.
That's how you stop communism. That's the price it
To be fair, America went backed into a corner here.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't ideal what happened, but America, their hands were tied.
What are we going to have for breakfast? What are we going to do?
We need bananas.
Sorry, 240,000 humans had to die.
But also, if there's
I
a
need a
civil
banana
war
once a
over
month.
bananas, how much of a country really are you?
You don't have bananas?
Well, no, I just mean if bananas are this much of a big deal,
Do you
like-
deserve to be a country?
Yeah,
Shouldn't
yeah.
we just take you over anyways?
Well, I'm just like, guys, chill out. Because obviously the CIA put a guy in charge or whatever who's not a nice man. I mean, he's got a Hitler tash.
He does. That's crazy.
Which in
It could be a chaplain.
sorry.
Could be a chaplain tash.
In 54, no, in 54,
He
if you've
knew
got
better.
This, in
He knew
54, you've got
better.
this tash.
I didn't see that. That's wild.
That's pretty,
That's fruity
that's
stuff.
like doing blackface in 2016. You know what I mean? That's like you're
You're on the line there,
you're
lad.
leaning into it.
Yeah.
But I just think if bananas are this much of
He
a big
pulls
deal,
it off though.
Yeah, he
He
rocks
looks
it.
good.
if bananas are this much of a big deal, I just think like
You should diversify your economy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Your
chill
economy
out.
should have multiple platforms. Yeah, that's a mistake.
yeah, melons.
Melon. Yeah, maybe melons. Maybe a grape.
Yeah.
Something.
So
So this is very naughty from America.
But
this.
Dulles
is a naughty
basically
one.
Dulles views the operation as a success, obviously, and he lies about all the killing to Eisenhower and says it's a bloodless coup.
Yeah.
And Eisenhower's just like, great, love
Well,
it.
he was just like a drunk playing golf during his
Eisenhower.
presidency. Yeah, he was like a really
Is he like
near
the-
the second term, so maybe not actually at this point.
Yeah,
but
he
near
also,
the
he's
end,
fought in World War II, so he's just sort of like his retirement was
He's
the
like, was
presidency.
it? Yeah, like bloody. He's seen the bloodiest. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you killed 100 people. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit. Yeah.
But has he actually seen the? Because he was the.
Well, he wasn't there. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I mean, he's
He-
tired out from the war, so his retirement was being
Right.
president.
Yeah.
So is he like the original Trump? He's just playing golf.
He was, yeah. At
Yeah.
the end, he just played golf and got hammered, and that's all he cared about.
It's the
For like
50s.
2
the
years.
50s does sound
but
amazing.
that's what every dad in the 50s did, right?
It sounds like a good life. life. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, even Obama likes the 50s. I heard Obama on a podcast saying we need to go back to the 50s, just not with the racial element. That's his pitch.
Would you disagree with one part of that?
I'd say the first half of that sentence is excellent, and that's when he gets extreme. If you let him talk for too long, he'll say something insane.
Yeah, he's a communist.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be a caddy.
Yeah.
Obama refuses to be a caddy the way he was meant to be.
I didn't make the members club rules.
Yeah.
That's the rules at Augusta.
My granddad did.
Yeah.
And he's my granddad, and those are his rules. So the CIA then conveniently lose all the documents detailing all the assassination targets.
Sure.
Because this is actually like the whole covert thing is basically all Dulles, right?
Yeah.
Like he's the one who.
Well, and he's allied with all the newspapers too, so he knows like the guy who owns the New York Times and every paper, so that he tells them to not publish certain stuff.
Because doesn't he also?
So that's why no one ever knows about this. Because
doesn't he also? There's some kind of congressional. He stops the CIA being hung out
with Joseph McCarthy. Yeah, he's like, don't look at the CIA because he would have been. Because he had huge Nazi dealing. Yeah, he was.
So, Geoffrey, our listeners are very, very thick.
Ugly as well.
Ugly and fat and smelly. and many of them don't live independently. Can you just tell us what McCarthyism was?
McCarthy, it's like they thought there was the Red Scare and the Lavender Scare. They thought there were communists at every part of the government. And
What was the Lavender Scare?
That was they thought there were gay people in all parts of the
Lavender
there's a
Scare.
separate one. Yeah, and they thought there were gay people all over. That's why
amazing.
that's why they
incredible.
called communist pinkos, because they thought communism was gay.
I mean, they're not. You live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're
It's
not wrong.
It's not crazy.
They're not wrong. It's
Just
just
go hand in hand.
There's a lot of
true.
Stinkerton stuff going on
Yeah,
over there.
they both got dirty bottoms.
They're all
Right?
sharing each other's
Well, no.
asses. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, so there was they took down like thousands of government employees for being for saying like one communist thing in college or
But but what's a communist thing? Like, can you pass the salt or something?
Yeah,
Like, it's just
that's
that's
crazy.
insane.
It's just the most paranoid period in American
they
politics.
liked jazz.
Everyone
Yeah.
is,
But it's also
against the
it's where straight dads in suits are doing an insane amount of drugs for research purposes.
Right.
So everyone probably is insanely paranoid.
Yeah.
They are, yeah. They knew a guy, he did the waltz with a Puerto Rican in college, so now he has to, he's a communist.
Yeah, blacklisted.
Yeah, exactly. Not great.
So there's Indonesia, which I don't know much about, but
The Indonesian
Well,
one.
I think that's what the active killing is about. You've seen the documentary, The
I
Active
haven't
Killing?
seen that one.
Yeah,
No.
well, they get the people who were like
They
cadres
reenact it?
So
Are you serious?
No, it's the most.
What?
It's the greatest documentary of all time.
What?
Basically, there was this awful genocide in Indonesia that hasn't been discussed or even like worked through.
It's
by
like they
Indonesia.
killed all the communists, right?
They killed all the
Yeah,
communists, and
yeah.
it was like a capitalist, like kind of.
I guess it's
right
disgusting
wing.
if you're on the wrong side of history. But
But then there's been no like public talking about it. There's no one's been brought to justice. So
Yeah.
all the people who like killed family members and like would like line people up and kill thousands of people, they're still in positions of power. They're still walking around town.
Wow.
And so they follow a couple of them who are obsessed with like American gangster films. They love it. They think, Cowboys, fucking Sopranos, anything like that.
Scarface, yeah.
That shit. And they basically to G them up and say, let's recreate your heroic killings and make it like a gangster film.
and they don't realize they're
love
being
it.
like duped. They don't realize.
And then they do it, and then through this process of reenacting it, you see them finally come to terms with the fact that they're, and it's like the most, it's
Really?
absolutely incredible.
Whoa!
is it
I
a
gotta
bit
watch
like that? The Fred Durst documentary.
What's the Fred Durst
Is
documentary?
it Fred Durst or Robert Durst?
Robert Durst. Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
Fred Durst?
Fred Durst is the lead singer of Limp Bizkit.
Right, not him.
Yes, yeah. I was like, I don't know where this is going. Limp Bizkit. That's another game you guys play here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit's when you lose.
Yeah, you have to eat the limb
That's where
biscuit.
you're soaking and playing Soggy Biscuit at the same time.
That
Robert
doc,
Durst.
is
The
it,
Jinx.
No, the Jinx.
Yes.
That's a
Jinx is
fucking
great.
amazing
Where
documentary.
he admits at the end, they
Yeah.
catch him on hot
and he's in the
mic.
shower. He's in the shower on a hot mic going, "Oh, of course I did it. I killed them
He's
all."
like, I killed them all. And then
Yeah.
he still didn't go to jail for like 8 years.
So it's the Jinx is this amazing documentary about this guy Robert Durst, who I think is like a real estate.
His family were real estate moguls, and he's like the pariah son of this family in New York
I actually
City.
want to watch
yeah.
this documentary, so
It's
I don't want any
amazing.
more spoilers.
Well,
we
already
did
spoiled it.
kind of just spoil it, but it actually won't matter. It's so good.
He's a serial killer, maybe.
Maybe. He
Maybe.
chopped up his neighbor. He lived with his
Allegedly.
Allegedly. His neighbor was found dismembered and thrown in a river, and he said he dismembered him, but he said I found him dead already.
Yeah.
And I just had to cut him up.
I like
and
packing,
somehow that
yeah.
defense worked.
He was a meat packer.
He was a
Yeah.
meat packer, yeah.
Yeah, better than
it's
a
just
fudge
fun to
packer.
practice
That's
your
right.
butchery. Yeah.
Taking out, it's like folding a cardboard box. I didn't
Should
leave
we-
the cardboard box.
Should we
there.
get back on the CIA? I reckon.
Sorry, yeah. So in Indonesia, now I don't know how much of this is to do with the CIA, but in the 50s, there's a party that's like the PKI, which is the
That's
Communist
the
Party.
communists, yeah.
Do you know about Indonesia?
I know this Sukarno guy wins, but then in like I think it's like 57 or something, he says some general, he's like, you're plotting to kill me, and then he kills like 6 generals. And then the military goes crazy and
Classic
kills
right-wing
every
coup.
single communist
Yeah,
in
but then
Indonesia.
it's not communists.
It's anyone
never
who's like
communist.
even
So-
remotely against him.
Partly, but then it's like it gets put in the hands of local. Because
Oh.
Indonesia's like a thousands of islands.
It shouldn't be a country.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a
be like-
country.
yeah.
And so
They
you have
shouldn't be a
people who are
people.
just taking out scores, like these people in the act of killing.
Right.
They're just killing anyone. So
Yeah.
it's just an absolute. It just becomes this power vacuum.
You're just killing
that's
their
filled.
enemies on
Yeah.
the island and
Because
stuff. Yeah.
you can be a communist. Like it's a broad term, isn't it? Like if you like poetry, communist.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you do great actually, and
No, I would. when I was
Hunting down
when
the-
I was listening about what they did in Chile about electrocuting poets, I was
Yeah.
like, to be fair, that sounds fucking excellent.
No more slam poetry.
I know.
That'd be great. That's
Just
not a bad
take- just-
world.
spoken
Imagine
word.
that. Go to a spoken
Cattle
word night.
prod at a spoken word night.
Yeah, ideal. I'm at the back of the cattle prod going, go on then, finish your fucking little slam
These
poetry.
poets who don't rhyme, kill them.
Kill 'em,
It
yeah.
has to rhyme. Come on.
It has to. If it doesn't rhyme, what is it?
It's out. It's
just.
out.
Is this poetry right now? If it doesn't rhyme, it needs to rhyme.
This
isn't
is right.
poetry?
This is.
This isn't poetry. This is a racist podcast. What are you talking about?
Livid.
So what's this? This is the 1958 PRR Permesta revolt.
I don't know about
It's an
this
overt CIA-backed rebellion intended to engineer a coup in Indonesia. It failed spectacularly once American involvement became public.
It was sort of like the Coldplay kiss cam with the CIA,
Oh, man.
with the
They got
CEO.
caught holding hands
Yeah.
with
Now,
the.
if they hadn't reacted,
They would have been fine.
It would have been fine.
fine.
No one would have ever looked at it.
it's so
It's a
funny.
lesson.
It really is.
Yeah. Just
Double
commit.
down.
Double down.
Commit to your mistress.
Don't back down.
Aren't
Double down.
CEOs
Do you
just
reckon he was
allowed
playing
a
the,
mistress?
Yeah.
Don't they? Everyone knows it. How is
Company
this
mistress.
a shock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Company mistress.
Yeah.
She works in HR.
Company
This
mistress.
is what I mean. In the 50s.
Company car,
this
company
happened.
bike.
Ride them whenever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you reckon he was playing devil's chessboard behind her and that's why?
No, but I mean, as we're saying, in the 50s, you get rid of this stuff. You think a CEO cheating on his wife is getting caught on a fucking
Caught in a
kiss
grainy cam at a Brooklyn Dodgers
yeah,
game.
it's not-
Jackie
that's not
Robinson.
happening.
Yeah.
God, the 50s were great. They just looked like the best time to be a
for
bloke.
everyone.
Good
For everyone.
comedy too.
So there's a failed coup in February '58, which is then blah blah blah. The CIA are still planning it.
I think they bombed Indonesia. Yeah, they did some bombing. That's all I know is they bombed them. I don't know exactly why.
American involvement was meant to be a secret, but was discovered when pilot Alan Pope was shot down over Ambon.
Oh, incredible.
With documents tying him to the CIA.
Fair enough.
So this is like when that guy left the documents in a pub or like on the train. There's always MI6 guys that are always leaving
really?
like
Yeah, they're
dossiers.
They just
They
get
just-
too drunk. Ooh.
So Alan Pope's shot down. He has his military ID for the US Air Force on him, which is insane. He probably has a thing saying this is a secret CIA operation.
Yeah, don't read the secret files.
Also,
with
he's a
secret
white
relative.
guy in Indonesia. A little bit of a.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
couldn't,
red-
have, they
red
couldn't have
flag.
found an Indonesian
My
guy to
dad
do it.
lives in Indonesia, so
Really? Oh,
he's a white
okay.
guy in Indonesia. But
Never
now white
mind.
guys in Indonesia, there's loads of them. But back then, this guy was a trailblazer. He was Christopher Columbus.
That's
in
how
Indonesia.
racist the CIA was. They couldn't be like, we could train an Indonesian guy to do this.
No.
And it would make more sense. Like, no, we got to have a
Yeah.
white guy. Only a white guy could fly a plane.
I love the
then
entitlement.
communist activists used the Western intervention as a main reason, and then it all basically just sort of kicks off.
Oh,
In
and
a-
that leads to the slaughter then.
I
like
think
10
so
years later.
because
yeah.
then the generals then go, right, the commies are coming. It's essentially, if you can't, because you say this is how much you can trace the slaughter to the American. They're not making it better. They're going in there and being like, well, let's see what happens if we do this.
They
And then
shake it up kind of and just like
But it's
See,
amazing
yeah.
how all of these things, the ramifications for the countries once the CIA leaves,
Yeah.
it's like, 40 years of civil war, that it starts a chain reaction that never seems to end.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at some point you have to say, take responsibility. It's just a banana. Chill out. I do think like killing your neighbours over bananas is insane.
Yeah. fair enough.
They
But
are good.
But this is
I know.
They're good fruit.
Would you say this is the funnest time to be part of the CIA? Because I guess maybe no one's had more global power ever at this point than being in the CIA, being able to do this in
In the
America.
50s, yeah.
But maybe in-
post World War II America.
But also, they are all
Fires me up.
they're all on LSD, and we're going to do Project MK
Ultra.
Ultra
Oh,
on
yeah,
a
I love
Patreon
that.
episode. But by this point, a lot of the CIA are on LSD all the time. Anyway,
Let's do Lumumba.
Lumumba is oh man, there's a fucking incredible Politico article about this whole thing.
Yeah.
So Lumumba is the first democratically elected Congolese president.
Yes.
This article is incredible. I recommend it to everyone. It's incredibly funny. I mean, what happens is obviously bad, but it's very, very funny.
It's a funny article.
It's a very, very
Really?
funny article.
Okay.
So
Humorous.
Belgium have left the Congo after doing big poo-poos everywhere. Really bad
Have you guys
stuff.
done the Belgian Congo?
Not yet. People
Not
are
yet.
very frothing at the mouth for us to get to that.
Well, Belgium, short term, basically, Belgium were trying to make up for lost time. They didn't have any colonies, so they got one, and they're like, we've got to fill like 300 years in.
When they
about
got the
fucking-
biggest one.
Yeah.
It's the biggest colony.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
it's got all the minerals.
all the
Yeah.
minerals.
And it's so at this
And
point,
it
it's
used to
basically
have
the
all
worst.
the people, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
yeah.
They
basically the
depopulated it.
worst conditions of any colony ever.
Yeah.
Was the Congo.
But the
Belgium and
the
Congo.
Belgians are the worst.
Yeah.
Which is a British man.
It is funny. It's like Belgium, like you had one, you were the worst when you had one go.
Yeah. But I guess that's because they didn't have anything else to distract them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put all their evil, all their
Also,
malice.
Belgians are
into-
fucking weird. You ever been to Belgium, Jeffrey?
I have not. I know they got that Walloon French thing they're always fighting,
You're
aren't
French.
they?
You're
Aren't
French.
they? Don't they have a big fight between the two ethnicities, like the Walloons and the Dutch or whatever
The
are
Dutch,
fighting?
Dutch the same, where it's like tiny countries that are split into 5 parts that speak different languages. It's like you're all one country.
Hasn't Belgium like not had a government for like 8 years?
Yeah,
It's like in anarchy
they're
or
ungovernable.
something.
They're ungovernable
Yeah,
people.
there's something going on there.
You can do the whole country in 2 hours.
Bruges is nice for 20 minutes.
Half an hour you do Bruges,
And then you're
Brussels
out.
in an hour, you're done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Belgians leave Congo in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
They go out quickly. This is
They leave like right away. They leave like 3 months. They don't give them any time to plan, if I remember.
No, this is 1960.
They
So
completely fuck them up and then pull out.
essentially, African decolonization happens so quickly because all the other colonies have decolonized, and it feels, even though Africa is in a much worse state, they're like, well, politically we need to get out of here, which sort of means stuff like this happens where it just goes fucking bananas. So, although there's no bananas, that's different. That's Guatemala. Anyway, so Patrice Lumumba is elected as the nation's new leader, but very quickly the country descends into arms rioting because there's no democracy at all.
Yeah.
because they gave them they took away all the like intelligentsia, so
Yeah.
they had no one to.
Yeah, there's like a.
They
and I
didn't let
can't-
Belgians read.
I can't believe I'm saying this. There is a Belgian brain drain where all the Belgians leave, and that's how bad Congo is.
Yeah.
Like if all the Belgians left Britain now, we'd be better off.
If all the Belgians left Belgium, they'd be better
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
It'd
It'd be a better country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An empty
And that's
marshland.
how bad Congo is. That the Belgians leave and they go, we're on the brink of collapse.
Yeah.
So there's lots of racial tensions with the white Belgians who have stayed in Congo. So in July 1960, Lumumba goes to the US, but Congo's not properly a country yet. So the US there's no like state like response to the visit.
Yeah.
So he arrives and they're like, what are you doing here? Because
You're not a country.
Eisenhower's on I think he's going to the Republican Congress because I think it's nearly the election year. So he's on the campaign trail and he's like, well, I'm not fucking meeting him. Who is he? Because they're just like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so they managed to roll out a red carpet and they on the morning they make the Congolese flag because they've got no idea what the flag is.
Right.
He's then just like, right, I'm here for meetings. I need some aid because we've got no money we can't keep up to our payroll. We can't pay government payroll. So he's looking for funding. And the Americans are just like, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah.
So they put him in a cab and then he basically he thinks he's going to meet Eisenhower and the Secretary of State for Defense. In the end, he just goes shopping. He goes shopping, he looks at the Washington Memorial, and he just does a sort of tourist trip.
A little tourist trip.
And
There
then
we
they
go.
stick him with some senator, and he's just asking for money for helicopters, for cars, and they're like, nah. But they're quite impressed with him. They say, oh, he's not an extremist. He seems quite, he's articulate, he's clever. He goes home, and then Dulles goes, nah, he's communist. Let's kill him.
Let's kill him.
And Eisenhower,
I reckon kill him.
I reckon kill him,
What time
actually.
of the day is that? Is that break for lunch after let's kill him? Like when's he said let's kill him?
Yeah,
Is that
probably
after lunch?
Right
12?
after lunch, when you get that food coma. Let's kill him. I'm going to take a nap.
I reckon it's 12:59 and they're starving.
Starving.
And they're like, right, kill him.
Let's kill him. Let's kill him.
Lunch. Because the Congo has all the minerals that you need to make a nuclear bomb.
Yes, and they didn't want. Yeah, go on.
They didn't want the USSR to.
Yes,
Yeah, and
because then he
basically-
turns to the USSR to get because the Americans have said fuck off.
Yeah, but-
so he
yeah,
turns
but-
to the only other people who are giving out money.
That's what's so funny is that he's gone to America to ask for help, and because they've gone fuck off.
Yeah,
It's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So he goes shopping and then asks the US for the USSR for help, and then they go, well, he's a communist, we need to kill him.
yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes.
It's funny because where Congo is, it's in such a fucked state. It's like this is beyond capitalism or communism where they're at. They're not.
It's Belgianism. That's the problem.
Yeah, they don't have. It's not ideology. It's like how they're not even at that state where they can even discuss ideology. It's like
It's not even it's a failed state.
yeah, exactly.
So the Congo basically becomes this sort of proxy war site with Soviets and Americans, but Americans are funding anti-Lumumba.
Right.
They're funding the army.
That,
blah blah
what's
blah.
that province? Katanga or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's that?
That's the mineral rich province in the south, and they're like, we don't want to be part of Congo either because they make all the money. So
Right.
then the America allies with them. This guy Moses, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Mobutu. Is that
No,
his name?
no. This is Moses Tsombe. I don't know how you say that word. I don't want to.
Oh, you can give it a go here. No one's
worry.
no
Safe
one's flagging
place here.
pronunciation.
Chombe.
There you go.
Moses Tsombe. Yeah.
No one's flagging pronunciation on this
And
point.
what did he do? What was Moses Chombe do?
Well, he was like the guy. He was funding like a separatist movement. So America's like, we like this guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of who we allied with a little bit, and Mobutu too. Yeah, anyone but Lumumba.
So initially they tried the CIA. So I think this is the first and maybe only time that a US president has directly ordered a foreign leader to be assassinated. Because Eisenhower, I think by this point in 1960, he just wants to play golf.
He's done. He's like, he's
it's James
like,
Bond's
kill him.
first kill in Casino Royale.
Is Eisenhower?
No.
Lumumba.
But you know that the scene in Casino Royale opens.
Is that where they're in like the
he has that-
construction area?
Yeah, no, it's in the toilet,
Oh yeah.
and he has his first kill.
In
It's kinda-
France?
No. France is a toilet. It's in
sorry.
a toilet.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the beginning of his first kill, and that's like he's on that road.
Yes.
So this is the beginning of them assassinating people, basically.
So the CIA initially they think we're going to poison Lumumba's toothpaste.
Yeah.
But this doesn't come to fruition. Essentially, what they then do is just use propaganda and UN delegations and funding his political opponents, orchestrate this sort of mass media campaign.
Lumumba's gay.
Yeah, they basically
Probably a
say
little gay. Sure.
he's gay. They do actually in the article. All the Americans do call him Smelly Patrice.
They just called him Stinky.
Yeah,
Stinky
they just say he
Patrice.
smell. So they just start. Louis Armstrong goes there as well.
Why?
I think, well, this is another thing. This isn't related to the coups, but what the CIA do is the CIA realise that America doesn't have any culture.
Yes.
So they then fund cultural tours of Europe to try and show people that they do have high culture. So the Boston Symphony Orchestra go to play in
We're
Europe.
clearly better than communism. We have an orchestra.
But
Yeah.
the thing is that Russia's got the Bolshoi and got all this
Yeah.
rich history and can write novels, whereas America's obviously just a Big Mac and fucking
We
watching
got
NASCAR.
Steinbeck. We got Steinbeck. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
but
all we got though.
That's it. You've
That's
got
it,
Steinbeck and
yeah.
that's it. So what they do is even fucking MoMA is CIA funded. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe
That's
that.
how-
That's not a bad thing. Cultural funding. That's what lefties like, right?
But it's just
It's
very
nice. It's like keep it fringe fund. It's like
well, it's
The
like
Fringe is probably a PSYOP,
Yeah.
an MI6 PSYOP.
It's like the MI6 funding the Fringe.
yeah, exactly.
And we've got to get the wackiest clowns in.
We need
Yeah.
an hour story about you getting molested. That'll get the people.
Yeah, because of the paedophile industrial complex.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, the CIA, blah blah blah. They essentially just rile it up, and then Lumumba's captured by the army, and then I think he gets done by a Belgian Congolese firing
Well, they
squad.
send him to they let him get captured, and then they send him to Katanga in the south, which is basically its own country for a while.
Yeah.
And then they torture him and shoot him in the woods or something. But a Belgian mercenary kills him, I think.
Fucking hell. So another big boo boo.
The big boo boo.
Belgians big boo boo.
The Belgians, yeah, they won't give up.
And then so that's in 1960, and Dulles so this is coming to the end of his tenure because the Bay of Pigs in 61 is what finishes him off.
Yeah.
But we should probably do a bit of, we talked about Castro a little bit in Cuba in the Cuban Missile Crisis episode, but in terms of...
They got the taste for assassinations.
Yeah, so they've been... So Castro had been in since, what, 58?
59 or 58, yeah, one of the two.
So, and Geoffrey, just give us, our listeners...
And this is code red for America, because obviously they're sorting shit out in Africa, Guatemala, but Cuba's
right there.
Right there.
Cuba's right there. They got their own sandwich in America.
So they're really
That's huge.
fucking scared.
Yeah, give
about
us a
it.
taste of what the Cuban Panic...
You know, I think they had a dictator named Fulgencio Batista, bad guy, killing everyone. Then they revolted. Castro took him down. I think we actually liked Castro for a bit because we didn't like the Batista guy either because he was a little too evil even for America.
Yeah.
But then Castro came to America and no one would let him stay in their hotel. And so except for this black Harlem one. And then so the black people really loved him and America didn't like that. If black people like something, it must be bad.
Yeah.
And
He's an extremist.
Yeah. And so then that's when we started trying to kill him was after he had like a huge speech at the UN where he made us look kind of like fools too, I think.
What is it?
He's a very charismatic guy.
Definitely. And
women love him. He fucks everyone.
I mean, they sent
Didn't he send a virgin from every village?
They sent a female assassin to try and kill him, and they ended up just fucking.
Oh, that's so cool.
So
that's awesome.
She's got to go, I can't do it.
Damn, that's cool.
Kind of fascinating. Looking at all these CIA coups, it feels like a lot of the worst ones they do is when like a left-wing leader's coming in and he has good ideas and he's got like a humanity to him. He believes in and he's got naivety. Like in Chile, in Guatemala, in Congo, it's going to be people who take you for your word. The only people that really know how to beat America is someone like Castro.
Castro's like the only guy who ever
like
beat us, really. Yeah,
yeah, because everyone else is like, I'm going to give money to the poor, I'm going to fix things, and then America can trick them easily because they're wide-eyed. But Castro is a fucking...
Castro learned from the Guatemala. He really always talked about the Arbenz guy.
Oh, really?
He's like that.
So
He's like, I don't want to end up like him.
And in Chile, he told Allende, it's like, you better fucking watch out. You can't carry on like this.
Yeah.
You're going to get fucked.
Yeah.
So Castro's like, I'm not going bananas.
No.
Fuck bananas.
Basically it on bananas.
So the CIA try and assassinate Castro in a series of insane ways, which it turns out a lot of them they got from talking to Ian Fleming at like a White House dinner.
Really?
Ian Fleming, because he's part of the British establishment, started writing Bond novels and tells either Dulles or one of the other guys about all the things in his novels and like the British.
So they're asking him like, "What's in your new book?
Yeah,
what do you got?"
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
Which is funny because it's the
great.
same as, to fast forward, in the Iraq War when there was the dodgy dossier about Saddam having nuclear missiles. That the way they described what he had was literally the plot from The Rock in the official intelligence.
Really? They just copied it?
If you get the thing out from The Rock where they have all the little balls, where they takes all the little liquid balls out of the thing. They say, Saddam's got that. And then it turns out they'd got that from The Rock.
Oh my God.
It's a thing that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, exactly. So the head of the CIA is like, we should. I think they do try and develop a poisoned knife in a shoe, like the scene from Russia with Love.
They had the exploding cigar.
His lover gave him a jar of poisoned cream. He knew it was poisoned and gave her a gun and told her to kill him. She couldn't.
It's so fucking...
That's
He's such
brilliantly
a fucking
written.
beast.
Castro's great. I like Castro a lot.
I think he's a good guy.
They did a poisoned chocolate milkshake, which failed because the assassin spilt the poison. I mean, who is it? Manuel from Fawlty Towers?
That's so funny.
Oh, so sorry, Mr. Mr. Castro, I'm so sorry. What do? They put like a bomb in a fucking seashell.
Do they?
What,
they think he's going to look at you, listen to it? I can hear the CIA.
They threw a bomb painted as a softball at him and they missed. I mean,
they threw a bomb painted as a softball.
There's the whole exploding cigar thing, which I'm like, is that just a stick of dynamite?
Yeah.
You try and trick him into writing?
How did it not work? How would the exploding
I don't
cigar
know.
not work?
There's hundreds, right? Like, it's hundreds
they
of
were
different
obsessed
attempts.
with it. Yeah.
So in early 1960, Eisenhower authorizes Dulles to prepare a coup to oust Castro because, as we've seen, by early 1960, they've had successful coups all around the world. So Dulles is like, yeah, if there's a communist on the doorstep, this is what we do.
And they're trying to get it all in before Kennedy becomes president because they don't know if Kennedy or Nixon are going to win. because Eisenhower can't be president again. So they're like, we got to do it now because Kennedy was kind of anti-coup. So they were trying to do them quick.
So this is deep state stuff.
Yeah. The Lumumba thing, they did that like the day before Kennedy became president because Kennedy loved Lumumba and they couldn't have killed him if Kennedy was president. They did it like right before he got inaugurated.
And this is literally when Eisenhower warns about the military industrial.
Yeah, while he's doing it.
He's probably warning about these very things right here.
So he's like a prophet for the deep state.
Yeah.
How deep up the ass does this go?
So, because also wasn't all the presidential debates between Nixon and Kennedy?
It was all calling like Kennedy, you're a bitch, you're a little pussy. You
so
won't
Nixon
go after.
knows about the plan, and Kennedy is scoring points against him, saying we need to be harder on Cuba. We need to like.
And then Nixon loses because he's ugly on TV, right?
Yeah, and he sweats on
sweaty,
TV,
and he's got those jowls. It's unseemly.
So the plan is that they're going to invade the port of Trinidad, with help from. We haven't said it all serious.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we've been in the area.
Yeah, fair enough.
You've both been asleep.
Yeah.
They would use Trinidad as a port base to rally support and overthrow Castro. They get in loads of Cuban exiles to make an army.
Yeah.
But Kennedy doesn't like. So Kennedy comes to office and the plan's already basically in action. But I think it's Kennedy that moves it to the Bay of Pigs.
This is his big failure, right? The Bay of Pigs, Kennedy.
Yeah.
So how much is it his fault?
No, it was Dulles' fault mostly. Kennedy kind of took the blame, but it was mostly Dulles.
Right.
They like put all like the worst CIA agents on it. They like kind of
Scrape the barrel.
Yeah, they were like using like the dregs of the. They were so like confident. They like we don't even need the good guys on this one.
Yeah, because I guess they've done so many by this point.
They're like we can't be stopped. We're never gonna fail.
Yeah, this is a generational run.
It's a bit similar to Blair in Iraq in that by that point he'd done Northern Ireland, Kosovo, Sierra Leone. He's like, I know what I'm fucking doing. We're going in, and then he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's a whole thing about air support.
Yeah, so they were like trapped on the beach, and they needed the Air Force to come in and bomb, and they assumed Kennedy would kind of do it because they didn't want to look like fools. But Kennedy kind of put his foot down. Was like, I don't want to start a war, and so that's why they got slaughtered, basically.
So arguably,
Kennedy was a huge pussy. Yeah, they were right.
If Kennedy had just backed his men,
Cuba would be the 51st state probably.
So
if
Eisenhower had still been in when they'd done this plan, do you reckon it would have worked?
Probably, yeah, or Nixon would have, he would have sent him. He would have nuked Havana. Thank God, that disgusting pastel city.
Have you been to Havana?
No, I would love to. It's supposed to be beautiful.
It's supposed to be great.
Yeah, we were not really allowed to go there. It's hard to go there.
I thought it's fine. I thought
it is fine, but you have to go through some hoops. It's not just normal. You guys can go. You can go there, right?
Bad news agents there, I hear.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the stores. It's like two things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just this stinky fruit.
Well, because we have a blockade on them.
Yeah.
We've blockaded them for 40
years. You
haven't
got a blockade still, have you?
I think it might have stopped like 2 or 3 years ago.
I think Obama got rid of it. But, so the operation fails because the Cuban exile pilots...
They just basically, they thought like the people were going to like rise up, and they didn't really, because they kind of because Castro was fairly nice to most of the people.
Misunderstood.
They didn't understand that he's actually popular. Yeah.
Right, okay. So what happens to Dulles then?
Dulles, I mean, it's like his greatest failure. And then there's also another thing that happens with like France at the same time, where like we sponsor a coup of the de Gaulle.
Right.
Oh, in Algeria.
The generals in Algeria were mad that de Gaulle didn't want to kill every single Algerian. He's like, let's only kill 80% of them. And they're like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
And they were going to march on Paris, and it was very American funded.
Right.
But it failed. The guy lost his nerve, and the general kind of gave up. He had a mental breakdown because he was scared of de Gaulle. But that was behind Kennedy's back as well. So that's why he slowly takes Dulles out, I think.
Dulles is sort of blamed for Bay of Pigs by Kennedy, and then he's fired.
But Kennedy takes the blame publicly, but Dulles takes the blame privately, yeah.
But then Dulles had also, in 53, I think, he'd started Project MK Ultra, which we're going to talk about on Patreon. But the sort of this era of, this 10 years under Dulles is where the CIA essentially... has his reputation that it has no accountability. It's all meant to be covert.
Right.
It's meddling in things that it should. I mean, you could argue that basically it only goes wrong because one coup fails. He got right you know, he'd done
Probably
it.
would still have the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like their own government. It was like their own country, basically. The CIA could like do whatever they want.
But in the same way that like with the Pinkertons, they were completely unaccountable.
Yeah.
At this point in the it's like the global Pinkertons.
Yeah. Just over the
50s.
entire world. Yeah.
Yeah, just over the entire world. So what's going on over there? Let's get us
Fuck
see what
around in there.
happens.
See what
Rearrange
happens.
the map.
40 years of civil war. Oops.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
and then Dulles. I think when JFK is assassinated, allegedly, he could have just blown his own head off
Internally.
because his
Men's
wife,
mental health.
Spontaneous combustion.
his wife started telling him about her dreams, and his head just exploded. I think Dulles gets involved in the
He's in the Warren Commission to investigate it. He's not even the CIA guy anymore, but they like bring him back to like head the commission, even though he
What's
probably
the Warren
assassinated
Commission?
Kennedy. They were like the commission to look through the assassination and like be like, what's going on?
You think he killed Kennedy?
I think he was. Yeah, he because Kennedy was trying to. Yeah, this is a real. This is a big gravity bong rip right here. Yeah, that's the big one right
the
here.
YouTube thumbnail's got to have some big gravity bombs.
Yeah, this isn't an apple pipe. This is a gravity bong one right here. Yeah,
So why would Dulles kill Kennedy?
because he wanted to curtail the CIA's power, and he didn't want to. He didn't want the Cold War to be like. He kind of wanted to stop the Cold War. He was anti-Cold War. He was like, we can get along. It's not really opposing theories.
Right.
We don't need this nuclear scare tactic.
He was a libtard.
He was a libtard. He was absolutely a woke gay libtard. Absolutely.
And Dulles was like, well, I don't.
Dulles was like, I
sort this
like
out.
that you fuck Marilyn Monroe, but otherwise, you're a
Yeah,
huge
I like how many
pussy.
women you fuck.
Yeah,
That's the only thing we have in
otherwise,
common.
yeah.
And so he's fired after the Bay of Pigs, and then he obviously orchestrates the JFK assassination, and then that's kind of the end of him, really.
Well,
Dulles.
does he live anything mad happen at post?
I don't know. Do you
So
know? You read
it's-
his book?
I think he dies not that much longer
Fine.
after that. I don't
Okay.
think he lives that much. I think it's like 67, 68.
Fair
but he
enough.
kind of like pulls the strings still. People like
Really?
go to his house. They're like, "What would you do, Daddy? What
Oh,
would you
right.
do, Daddy?
What would Dulles
CIA?"
do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he becomes like the disabled guy on the heist team who's like,
Yeah.
well, I can't do the heist.
Yeah.
But I'll
But you
like
should have
organise-
seen him at Lumumba.
Yeah,
You should have seen when
yeah,
he did
yeah.
the Lumumba. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but essentially, that's kind of like what his operational tactics become the CIA's tactics
Yeah.
for the next.
Right.
That was
many
really
years.
interesting, and I think we'll do more episodes on the CIA. We're going to leave it there just because there's just too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So this has been the CIA under Dulles.
yeah.
If you want to join the Patreon, it's just £3 a month.
Unbelievable. What a deal.
What does less than the price of a coffee?
Not these days.
I know.
Well, yes, these days.
Yes, these days.
Yeah.
you meant to,
Sorry,
you meant to be
undermining.
backing me up. Not these days. That's really expensive, actually, for bonus episodes and early access. And
God, I wouldn't pay that.
That's really expensive.
Things
Maybe
are
we should-
cheaper here than in America.
Yeah.
You guys got it good.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys got
Really?
it real
Yeah.
good.
What in
Nice.
Londonistan? We've got
It's
a good
Leakcons,
doing.
London.
Londonistan is that what they call it?
Yeah,
That's what Americans call London. To be
Yeah,
fair.
that's what you
It's
lot call
Tucker
it.
Carlson calls it.
Oh, does he?
yeah. They're lynching Paddington from Buckingham Palace, shoving marmalade up his arse. It's like the end of Gaddafi, but it's
Yeah.
Paddington being fucking sodomised by a jar of
Yeah.
marmalade. all because he wanted to privatise the NHS. So join the Patreon. We're going to do a big episode on MK Ultra and the mind control that the CIA.
But yeah,
Did in the 50s.
MK Ultra, it's all very much this, but it all happened.
Yeah, no, it is.
Everything
Yeah.
in there, it's like, it sounds like the maddest conspiracy theory, and it's all fucking true.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna reveal it for the first time on the Patreon.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it.
Geoffrey, have you,
Three
got, have you got
experts.
anything to plug?
Go to Geoffrey ATM. That's my Instagram. Geoffrey Ass to Mouth. That's my Instagram handle.
Special. You got a great special.
I
out.
got a new special out on YouTube. It's called 63 Minutes of Great Comedy.
Go on
It's
a YouTube.
He puts
Black
out
Hole.
10-minute sets regularly
Yeah.
that are so funny. It's
So
not
good.
just short form, it's slightly longer stuff as well. If you're looking for stand-up that's not terrible, Jeff Asmus is the guy
And
to
I
go
don't
to.
always sound like this. I have actually a really beautiful
you-
tenor voice
you do-
on when I
you
do
do.
comedy.
Sounds like this.
You do always sound like this, but the stand-up you do, it sounds perfect. In
Sounds
that
like I
voice.
had a lot of bananas in my throat, honestly. I went to Guatemala recently.
Yeah, you're a member of United Fruit Company, but yeah, you're non-executive shareholder. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. This has been the history of the CIA. We'll see you on the Patreon, and if not, we'll see you next week for our biggest series yet.
Bye!
Bye.